Hi there, I'm Belinda Dubston and welcome to the Ching Cafe. My goodness, how quickly August flew by. And here we are at our monthly overview for September. For those of you who are in the Southern Hemisphere, we are celebrating the arrival of spring. We got through the dark night of winter. And those, of course, in the Northern Hemisphere are making your way through fall and autumn into your winter to come. So as we look at the month ahead, we ask the question, as we do every time, what is the I Ching asking us to focus on? Because there's so much going on. What is the one thing that we could focus on that could accelerate our development the most? And I don't know about you, I hope you find this process useful, but I find that just watching my own videos and paying attention to the states of change we go through weekly and monthly is extremely valuable to me in my life path. And sometimes I don't like what the I Ching is saying, but I work with it anyway, because that is the way we accelerate through the obstacles, through the challenges, and get safely and more successful on the other side. Of course, these weekly and monthly overviews are designed to help you personally, for you in your business, whether you're an entrepreneur or you're a leader or you're a member of a team. Apply what you've learned into your work context, because we spend so much time in our workspace with our heads tapped into the work, no matter what it is, that we have a responsibility to transform and grow the workplaces that we are part of. So let's get into September 2019. So I cast the coins, and lo and behold, this month we have a locked hexagram, which if you've been following us for a while, you'll know that a locked hexagram there's no changing lines. It's quite a locked and fixed and static state of change that we're being asked to pay attention to. In a way, it strengthens the message for me. That's how I always interpret it. And so this month, hang on to your horses and stay with me, is 41 decrease. Okay, so when I got this hexagram, I was like, oh, really, I Ching? We were doing so well. We had deliverance last month. We had a chance to rest. We've been through the tumble dryer, as I've said before, where all the coins have been coming out the pockets and the apples have been falling out the trees, and we've really been going through a big process of development, and now we have 41 decrease locked. Oh no! So I cast the coins again, and guess what? What are the odds I got 41 decrease again? Okay, so this really is it. This is what we have to pay attention to. So let's get into it. Okay, so decrease tells a story of saving for a rainy day. It is the hexagram that tells us that it is time to concentrate and focus our energy. So of course we ask the focus question every time we work with the I Ching, but this is the focus hexagram. This says, in order to do what we need to do, in order to fulfill the higher goal in the situation, in this month of September, we are needing to really focus and concentrate and bring our life force and our energy into a very sharp laser beam. So what that means, what we're being asked to do, is to decrease all the things that we are involved in, all the activities that consume our energy, that detract from that absolute concentrated focus. So there are many layers to this idea of decrease. The first layer of decrease is that in this month, there's quite a good chance that you are going to experience some kind of financial decrease. Okay, so in a decrease cycle, very often we find the availability of resources, the rain that we need, is not available yet, or in the abundance that it was before. And so we might find that out of necessity, we're having to think about cutting back and decreasing things that are unnecessary. This is all about removing unnecessary expenses, cutting budget items that are necessary, really re-looking at all the things that take our attention, which might be our finances, our energy, and our time. We're being challenged to make sacrifices this month for the bigger plan we are working towards. Okay, so this is not about indulging in wonderful sensory excesses. Quite the opposite. We have to Marie Kondo our lives and actually get right back to basics and decrease our involvement in things that are unnecessary now. Reducing our involvement can mean many different things. That might be putting a project on hold. That might be removing our emotional attachment to drama and to issues around us that are particularly taking our life force away and distracting us from what's really important. That might be around just asking very tough questions. Is this absolutely essential right now? In September, is this what we really need to be focusing on? Or is this a sidewinding path taking us away from what's really important? So we are really being challenged this month. Our keynote for this month is to put down the things that are distracting, that are unnecessary, that are excessive, and really becoming this laser beam and focusing on the task at hand this month. If you are a freelancer, just be aware that you might experience this decrease or dip in your financial flow. And so saving for a rainy day is a great way of understanding this hexagram, that it is about putting money aside and, organizing our time, because the rain is coming, that abundance is coming. But right now, things have decreased a bit. And what the decrease allows us to do is to concentrate and focus our life force on what is really important. And a lovely symbol that goes with decrease is visualize a dam on a farm, and the sun is baking into the dam and evaporating the dam. So you look at the dam water and the water level's going down. So you're seeing a physical decrease. But what's happening is that water is being evaporated and is in the air and is being processed that it may fall where it needs to, where there's rain. Okay, so it's a cycle of making a sacrifice, cutting back, because there's a bigger purpose and plan that you are experiencing. And now what we're needing to do is really focus on harness our forces to build the structures, build the dams, build the things we need to do to allow us to capture rain later. So there's really a process here of cutting back, focusing on what's really important, and really being that laser beam and directing it in the direction you need to be. So, in summary, locked hexagram, September, we have one key thing that we have to keep on asking ourselves every day. Is this really important? Is this excessive? Is this distracting me? What do I need to put down? What do I need to let go of? What emotion? What project? What person? What thought loop do I need to put down and clear out so that I can focus on what's really important in my life, in my team, in my business, wherever it might apply for you. And the decrease that you make now is going to yield great returns later. So make the sacrifice now while you can. Have a wonderful month ahead, and I'll see you soon for our next weekly overview. Have an amazing month of clearing and focusing and concentrating your energy. Remember to subscribe, share if this is meaningful to you, and of course join our I Ching conversation on Instagram and Facebook for our daily stories and other tidbits that I'll share with you as we go along. Thanks for watching.